Hey guys, Kristine Dunn here with eXp Realty, and I've got some more information for you because a happy buyer is an informed buyer, and I like everyone to be happy and informed. So here's some information about some of the home expenses that you can plan for in the purchase of a house. So the first thing I want to do is kind of go over some terms too. Okay, so an initial deposit or an earnest money deposit is going to be the amount of money that you agree upon. It's anywhere from 1% to maybe 20% depending on the purchase, and this amount of money is going to be due to the title company or attorney, whoever you're working with, within 3 days of an accepted offer. At least that's what's pretty standard in my area. Okay, so your initial deposit or your earnest money deposit, those are two words that can be interchanged. That is usually going to be anywhere from 1% to 20%. Now, I will say that there are a couple of types of loans, a USDA loan and a VA loan, where you can, and actually even a doctor's loan. Those are three programs that I know of off the top of my head that you could actually purchase a home with no money down. However, that means that there's no teeth in the game and there are still other expenses that you will incur. So your initial deposit is usually due within 3 days of an executed purchase agreement, which just means that the buyer and seller have agreed to all the terms on the contract and the price. It's been signed, and now we are under contract. So you'll have 3 days to get that initial deposit in. The next thing is a home inspection, you guys. The terms of the home inspection are going to be gone over in a contract. I'll go over that later, but we're just talking about expenses now. The home inspection can be anywhere from $300 to probably over $1,000 based on the size of the home and all of the different items that they may be going over. A home inspection is going to be general, and there's lots of different add-ons that you could add on to, and a general inspection is about $300 to $600, again, depending on the price point. If you add things on, it can go well over $1,000. The next item is your appraisal. If you're getting a mortgage, there will be an appraisal, and that appraisal is going to be anywhere from $400 to $600. A home warranty is also available for you. That's also something that I particularly like to try and get in as on the contract and ask the seller to pay for. That, if you wanted to purchase it as a buyer, is going to run anywhere from $300 to $600 as well. If there's any repairs or replacements that we weren't able to get the seller to take care of, you might want to have a little bit of money set aside for those types of things, maybe $1,000, $2,500. Those again can be potentially negotiated with the seller, but it's always good to have a little bit of extra cash if you can. And then the final thing is closing costs. You guys, closing costs are going to be, at least in Florida, in my county, and these are going to vary based on your region and your location. But in Southwest Florida, in Collier County in particular, our closing costs, if you are getting a mortgage, are anywhere from 3 to 5% of the price, the purchase price. Okay, so if you've got, for instance, I just want to throw this out there so that you understand. Closing costs can be negotiated. Okay, so if you only have 3.5%, if you're doing an FHA loan and you're only putting down 3.5%, I don't need the 3.5% down up front for your initial deposit. We can break that up and maybe only take a small portion of your 3.5% towards your initial deposit and use the rest due at closing. However, your closing costs are an additional 3 to 5%. Okay, so now we're talking at 3.5 plus another 3 is 6.5 to 10%. Could be your closing, would include your down payment and your closing costs. So it can get to be a big number, and I just want you guys to understand that those closing costs can always be negotiated for the seller to pay if we can make a solid enough offer. So we've got lots of different options, but the home expenses to plan for when purchasing a home are your earnest money, your home inspection, an appraisal, a potential home warranty, which is optional, and also can be negotiated for the seller to pay for. Money for any possible repairs, again, something that we can negotiate with the seller. And then closing costs, again, something we can negotiate with the seller. So hope this was helpful. Drop me a comment below. Let me know. Throw me a thumbs up. Tag a friend. Let's keep this knowledge train going.